Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to see some more questions how to split the middle term in quadratic equations. Let's get started. Quadratic equations. Learn how to factorize the quadratic equation by splitting the middle term. We have done few questions in the previous video. Let's see some more questions how to split the middle term. Our first example is y square plus 3y plus 2. What are the values for a, b and c? Let's write down first. The value for a is equal to 1. The value for b is 3. The value for c is 2 here. I need to multiply a and c. My answer is 2 times 1 is 2. The factors of 2 are 2 and 1 only. Let's write down the factors 2 and 1. I need to add them or subtract them in such a way that I should get my middle term 3y. If I subtract them, my answer is 1. But I need 3. That means I need to add both of them. 2y plus y will give me 3y. Let's write down here first. 2y plus y will give me 3y. I need plus 3y or negative 3y. I need positive 3y. That means whatever I did, 2y plus y is 3y is correct. Let's split the middle term accordingly. Y square plus 2y plus y plus 2. I splitted my middle term 3y as 2y plus y. Let's take out the common factor from the first two terms and the last two terms. From the first two terms, y is common. Let's take out y as a common factor. Out of y square, y is outside, so you are left with y. Then positive sign. Out of 2y, y is outside. You are left with positive 2. Let's write down positive 2 here. Close the bracket. What is common between y and 2? There is nothing common. Only 1 is common. So I'll take out plus 1 as a common factor. Let's take out plus 1 as a common factor. Out of y, 1 is outside, and out of 2, 1 is outside. You are left with y and 2 only. Let's write down here y and then plus 2. These two factors are same. That means this is common. Let's take out y plus 2 as a common factor. In the first term, y bracket y plus 2 is outside. You are left with only y here. Let's write down y here. And then out of 1 bracket y plus 2 is outside. You are left with plus 1. Let's write down plus 1 here. These are the factors of my given equation. Y plus 2, y plus 1. Let's see one more example. X square plus 12 plus 8x. I can't split the middle term 12 because this is not written in the decreasing order first. I need to check that whether it is written in the decreasing order or not. It is written 2 constant term and 1. It is not in the decreasing order. First, I need to write this equation in the decreasing order. Let's rearrange this equation. X square plus 8x plus 12. This is my quadratic equation. I need to write down the values for a, b and c. Let's write down the value for a is 1, b is 8, c is 12. I have to multiply a and c. My answer is 12. I need to factorize 12. Let's factorize it here. This is an even number. It is divisible by 2. 12 divided by 2 is 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. I need to use all of them, multiply them in such a way that after adding or subtracting, I should get plus 8x. Let's do it. If I multiply 2 times 2 and 3 separately, my answer is 4 here and 3. If I add all of them, 4 plus 3, my answer is 7, not 8. I need 8. If I subtract, my answer is 4 minus 3 is 1. I need 8. This means that the factors I splitted is wrong. I have to take different combination. Let's take the different combination. I will take 3 and 2 together and then 2 separately. 3 times 2 is basically 6 and then 2 is here. If I add both of them, 6 plus 2, I am getting 8. That means this combination is correct. I need to write down 6x plus 2x, which will give me 8x, positive 8x. Do you need positive 8x? Yes, we need positive ax. That means I can split my middle term as 6x plus 2x. Let's write down here. X square plus 6x plus 2x plus 12. I splitted my middle term 8x plus 6x plus 2x. Now I need to take out the common from first two terms and the last two terms. What is common between x square and plus 6x? X is common. Let's take out x as a common factor. Out of x square, x is outside. You are left with x. Out of positive 6x, x is outside. You are left with positive 6. Close the bracket. What is common between plus 2x and plus 12? Common is plus 2. Let's take out plus 2 as a common factor. Out of 2x, 2 is outside. You are left with x. Let's write down x. Out of positive 12, 2 is outside. What you are left with? 12 divided by 2 is 6. You are left with plus 6. Let's write down plus 6 here. As you can see from here, these two factors are same. That means x plus 6 again a common factor. Let's take out x plus 6 as a common factor. From the first term, x bracket x plus 6 is outside. You are left with x only. Let's write down x. In the second term, plus 2 bracket x plus 6 is outside. You are left with plus 2. Let's write down here plus 2. These are the factors of my given equation, x plus 6, x plus 2. Let's see one more example. A square minus 32 minus 4a. Is it written in the decreasing order? No, right? First, I need to write down in the decreasing order. Let's write down in the decreasing order first. A square minus 4a minus 32. What are the values for a, b and c? Here the coefficient of a is 1. So I can't write down a here. So let's give capital A is equal to 1. Capital B is equal to minus 4. Capital C is equal to minus 32. I need to multiply A and C. My answer is 32. I have to factorize 32. Let's factorize it. 32, it is an even number divisible by 2. 32 divided by 2 is basically 1, 6, 16. 16 is divisible by 2. The answer is 8. 8 is divisible by 2, the answer is 4. 4 is divisible by 2, the answer is 2. And 2 is divisible by 2, the answer is 1. I need to use all the factors. I need to multiply them in such a way that after adding or subtracting, I should get my term 4. Let's do it. Let's multiply 2 times 2 times 2 together and 2 times 2 together. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. 2 times 2 is 4. If I add 8 and 4, 8 plus 4 will give me 12, which is not required here. If I subtract both of them, 8 minus 4, my answer is 4 here, which is required. That means what I have to do here? Let's write down here 8a minus 4a, which will give me 4a. Do you need positive 4a or negative 4a? I need negative 4a. That means the bigger number should have the negative sign here. It should be written as negative 8a plus 4a will give me negative 4a as my answer. I can split my middle term minus 4a as minus 8a plus 4a. Let's write down here a square minus 8a plus 4a minus 32. I have to take out common from first two and the last two terms. What is common between a square minus 8a? A is common. Let's take out a as a common factor. Out of a square, a is outside. You are left with a. Out of minus 8a, a is outside. You are left with minus 8. Close the bracket. What is common between plus 4a and minus 32? 4 is common. Plus 4 is common. Let's write down plus 4 as a common factor. Out of 4a, 4 is outside. You are left with a only. Let's write down a. Out of minus 32, 4 is outside. Let's divide minus 32 with 4. Your answer is 8. Let's write down minus 8 here. As you can see, these two factors are same. Let's take out a minus 8 as a common factor. From the first term, a bracket a minus 8. A minus 8 is outside. You are left with a only. In the second term, 4 bracket a minus 8. A minus 8 is outside. You are left with plus 4. Let's write down both the values here. A plus 4. These are the factors of my given equation. Let's see one more example. 6y square minus 1 minus y. Is this written in the proper order? No, right? Let's write down in the proper order first. 6y square minus y minus 1. Let's write down all the values for a, b and c first. A is equal to 6, b is equal to minus 1, c is equal to minus 1. I need to multiply a and c. My answer is 6 again. Let's factorize 6 as we have done earlier. The factors are 2 and 3. I need to use both of them. If I add both of them, My answer is 5, but I needed minus 1. If I subtract both of them, 3 minus 2, my answer is 1. Let's subtract it. It will be 3y minus 2y, which will give me y. Am I getting plus y or minus y? I need minus y here, but here I am getting positive y. That means the bigger number should have the negative sign here. Let's change it. It should be negative 3y plus 2y, which will give me negative y. I can split my middle term as minus 3y plus 2y. Let's write down here 6y square minus 3y plus 2y minus 1. Let's take out common factor from first two and the common factor from last two. From the first two, the common is 3y. Put the bracket. Out of 6y square, 3y is outside. You are left with what? You are left with 6y square over 3y divided. Y got cancelled with y square is y. 3 got cancelled with 6 is 2. You are left with 2y. Let's write down 2y here. Out of minus 3y, 3y is outside. You are left with minus 1 only. Let's close the bracket. We have to take out common from 2y minus 1. There is nothing common between both of them except plus 1. Let's take out plus 1 as a common factor between both of them. Out of positive 2y, plus 1 is outside. You are left is 2y. Out of minus 1, plus 1 is outside. You are left with negative 1 only. As you can see from here, these two factors are same. Let's take out 2y minus 1 as a common factor here. In the first term, 3y bracket 2y minus 1. 2y minus 1 is common. You are left with 3y. In plus 1, 2y minus 1. 2y minus 1 is outside. You are left with plus 1. Let's write down both the values here. In the first part, you are left with 3y. In the second part, you are left with plus 1. These are the factors of my given quadratic equation. Let's see one more example. 12x square minus 25x plus 12. Is this written in the proper order? Yes. I need to write down the values for A, B and C first. Let's write down the values for A is 12, B is minus 25, C is 12 here. I need to multiply A and C. My answer is 12 times 12 is 144. I need to factorize 144. Let's factorize it here. 144. This is an even number. It should be divisible by 2 here. Let's divided by 2. 144 divided by 2 is 72. 72 again is an even number. Let's divide it with 2 again. 72 divided by 2 is 36. 36 is again an even number. It is divisible by 2. 36 divided by 2 is 18. 18 is an even number. It is divisible by 2. The answer is 9. 9 is an odd number. It is divisible by 3. The answer is 3. And it is divisible by again 3 and the answer is 1. I need to use all of them. Multiply them in such a way that after adding or subtracting, I should get the term minus 25. Let's do it. If I multiply 2 times 2 and these all together, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 3 is 9, 9 times 2 is 18, 18 times 2 is 36. Let's write down here 36. If I add both of them, 36 plus 4, my answer is 40, but I needed minus 25. If I subtract both of them, my answer is 36 minus 4 is 32. I'm not getting 25. That means this combination is wrong. I need to take some another combination. Let's take some different combination again. I will take 2 times 2 times 2 and 3 times 3 times 2 separately. 2 times 2 times 2, I will get 8. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. 18 and 8. If you add both of them, what will be your answer? Your answer will be 26. But what do I need? I needed minus 25. If I subtract both of them, 18 minus 8, my answer is 10, not 25. That means this combination is also wrong. I have to try for some different combination. Let's see some different combination here. If I take 3 times 2 times 2 times 2 together, my answer is 3 times 2 is 6, 6 times 2 is 12, 12 times 2 is 24 here. I have to take 2 and 3. 2 and 3 together, which is 6. If I add both of them, my answer is 30 here. 26 plus 6 is 30. If I subtract both of them, my answer is 18 here. I'm not getting 25. That means this combination is also wrong. Let's try some another combination as, let's take 2 times 2 times 2 together and 3 times 3 together, you will get 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 4 times 4 is 16 and 3 times 3 is 9 here. If I add both of them, 16 and 9, I am getting 25 here. That means I need to add both of them. Let's write it here. 16x plus 9x will give me 25x. Do I need positive 25x or negative 25x? Let's see in the question. I need negative 25x. That means these two should be negative. Let's change the sign here. It should be negative here. It should be negative here. And my answer is negative 25x. Let's split the middle term as 12x square minus 16x minus 9x plus 12. I need to take common between first two terms and the last two terms. In the first two terms, the common is 4x. Let's take out 4x as a common factor here. Out of 12x square, 4x is outside. What you are left with? 12x square divided by 4x. 4 got cancelled with 12 is 3. X got cancelled with x square is x. You are left with 3x. Let's write down 3x here. Out of negative 16x, 4x is outside. Negative 16x, 4x is outside. X got cancelled. 4 got cancelled with 16 with 4. You are left with negative 4. Let's write down here negative 4 here. Out of minus 9x and plus 12, what is common between both of them? I need here positive 3x as a common factor. If I take out plus 3 as a common factor here, I will left with negative 3x. But what do I need here? I need positive 3x here. That means from here, I need to take out negative 3 as a common factor. Let's take out negative 3 as a common factor here. Out of minus 9x, negative 3 is outside. You are left with negative got cancelled with here. 3 got cancelled with 9 with 3. You are left with 3x. Let's write down here 3x. Out of plus 12, negative 3 is outside. What you are left with? Positive 12 divided by negative 3 can be written as negative of negative 12 over negative 3. Negative got cancelled with negative. 3 got cancelled with 12 is 4. You are left with negative 4. Let's write down here negative 4. As you can see from here, 3x minus 4. 3x minus 4 is a common factor. Let's take out 3x minus 4 as a common factor. From the first term, 4x bracket 3x minus 4. 3x minus 4 is outside. You are left with 4x. In the second term, minus 3. 3x minus 4. 3x minus 4 is outside. You are left with negative 3. Let's write down both the values here. Plus 4x minus 3. These are the factors of my quadratic equation. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment down below. Bye-bye everyone.